The Bundoran Weekly is brought to you by AIB, supporting local businesses in Bundoran. For more, see aib.ie.
Hi everyone, it's Shane Smyth, Bundoran Tourism Officer. It is Friday the 20th of January 2023 and I'm here with you for the Bundoran Weekly Podcast, episode 216. It is the podcast that talks about everything Bundoran, and a snowy Bundoran it has been this week, well at least during the midweek as well, and we've had lots of great pictures through and we've been sharing some of those on our Instagram account. You can check that out on Instagram by searching for Discover Bundoran, and it's a rare occasion that the snow actually sits here in Bundoran, so it's been nice to see some nice wintry scenes during this week. Coming up on the podcast for today, going to be chatting to Niamh Hamill of the Institute of Study Abroad Ireland. They've got their Atlantic Irish Fest happening this weekend. It kicks off tomorrow night with live music from the Logs at the Atlantic Apart Hotel. So that is happening this weekend. We'll be talking to her about that, and also about the brand new Feile, mBan, which is coming up over the new February bank holiday weekend to celebrate St. Bridget's, and that is happening this day fortnight. So we'll talk to her about both of those events very shortly, and also of course Teresa O'Neill will be with us from Bundoran Community Centre in our community corner. Let's start as always with music and the entertainment happening across this weekend, and we start in the Allingham. There's dancing with John Malloy there tonight. Tonight also is music with Kieran Macquarie in the Coolmore Bar. Also in the Coolmore Bar tomorrow night, Elaine Boyle and Declan Nerney and his band take to the stage in the ballroom, and Trevor Lockery will wrap up your weekend music in the Allingham in the Coolmore Bar on Sunday afternoon. Tomorrow night it is music in the Bird's Nest with Gary Fitzpatrick, and Sunday night it is music with Friends. Gary Doherty tonight in the Chase and Bull, and Fabulous Franks are there tomorrow night. Tonight at George's Bar, Retro Disco with a vinyl set with Jack Pepper, and Sunday afternoon from 4 o'clock they're back with their usual trad session, and anybody can join into that, and a really fun afternoon of live music that is as well. Sean McBride tonight at the Phoenix Tavern, Mad Notions tomorrow night, and Keelcathers there on Sunday. Paul Simpson provides the music at the Railway Bar on Main Street, and that is happening tomorrow night. And as I mentioned, the Atlantic Irish Fest kicks off this weekend at the Atlantic Apart Hotel. Tomorrow night music with the Logs, Sunday it's Mehel, Monday the Henry Girls, and Tuesday wrapping it all up is Johnny Gallagher and the Boxty Band. Paris open across on Saturday night as well. If you'd fancy going to the cinema, then Babylon is the brand new movie that's out this weekend. It stars Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie. Apparently a bit of a long one, but if you're into that one, then it's out this weekend at the Eclipse Cinemas, and you can check out the full schedule on our website, discoverbundoran.com/cinema, or indeed at eclipsecinemas.com, where you can also book your tickets for the cinema as well. And a special night at the Abbey Arts Centre in Ballyshannon. Shan Carja, our old friends, Barry Sweeney, Sean Gibbons and guests taking to the stage there with a mixture of Irish, folk and traditional music, and that is tomorrow night at the Abbey Arts Centre in Ballyshannon, and it kicks off there at 8 o'clock. Tickets are available at abbeycentre.ie, and you can also buy them at the reception at the Abbey Arts Centre in Ballyshannon as well. So plenty of entertainment happening across this weekend. Still, for the middle of January, it's not too bad, and we're certainly looking forward to lots more over the coming weeks and coming months, as well as we prepare, as I say, for the Feile mBan in a couple of weeks' time. The Bundoran 10, which of course we'll remind you is available and open for registration now. It is happening on the 3rd and 4th of March, and bundoran10.com is where you can register for the 5k, which is happening on the Friday night, or indeed the 10 miler, which is happening on the Saturday morning. So bundoran10.com is the information and the website that you need there. And of course then we'll be looking forward to St. Patrick's Day, and more details to follow anon about that. Niamh Hamill is going to be with us very shortly to talk about the Atlantic Irish Fest and Feile mBan very shortly, and we'll also have Teresa O'Neill in our community corner at Bundoran Community Centre. It's all on the way next.
The Bundoran Weekly.
I'm Shane Smyth, Bundoran Tourism Officer, for this episode 216 of the Bundoran Weekly, and we have two events coming up, one this weekend and one in 2 weekends' time. It is the Atlantic Irish Fest this weekend, and then in 2 weeks it is the brand new Feile mBan, which is happening over the new St. Bridget's Day bank holiday. I sat down with Niamh Hamill of the Institute of Study Abroad Ireland during the week, and she told me a little bit more about both of them. Niamh, a busy couple of weekends coming up here in Bundoran. Starting off this weekend with, it's by now annual, the Institute of Study Abroad's Atlantic Irish Fest. So lots of great artists lined up for that this weekend.
Yeah, it's fantastic that we're able to get together such a busy weekend in January. It came because we were asked many years ago to put on an event for the people who go to the Milwaukee Irish Festival in Milwaukee. It is the biggest festival in the year.
That happens in August, yeah.
And it happens in August, and there are hundreds of volunteers who work at that festival, and then there are hundreds of bands that play at the festival. And they thought it would be nice, 6 months after that, to do a trip to Ireland. So they do, and they go to Tradfest, which is in Dublin. But they wanted to add on a kind of a rural component, and we persuaded them to come here to Bundoran. And
in your persuasive ways.
Yes. Well, you know what? It's never difficult to sell the northwest of Ireland, especially to people who like their Irish music. Sure. And we have invited local artists, and when I say local, I mean superstars that are the Logues and Johnny Gallagher and the Henry Girls. They're known worldwide, but we get them to play at home. So they're all gigging this weekend, and we also have a lovely showcase of traditional Irish music, and that's Mark Geegan's combination. It's called Mehel, and he has Senan and Fiona and a lot of the local experts in traditional music. So 4 days of live music here in the Atlantic Apart Hotel, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, so just to go through them, it's the Logues on Saturday, tomorrow night, Saturday, Mehel on Sunday, the Henry Girls then on Monday, and I suppose the grand finale, you could say, with the only man that you could have a big grand finale with is Johnny Gallagher and the Boxty Band on Tuesday night, and music in a bar on a Tuesday night in January is rare, so this is a really good opportunity to get out and let your hair down.
Absolutely, and we all go see Johnny for the bank holiday weekends and the big events, but all of these gigs will be a little more intimate, I suppose. There will be space to enjoy the Logues and enjoy the Henry Girls and enjoy Johnny playing the guitar. So yeah, we're really looking forward to it. And listen, it's been snowy and miserable. We all need a night out.
So the gigs are open to anybody that wants to go to them, and tickets are on sale now with Eventbrite.
Absolutely, everybody is welcome. We already have a crowd of people that are coming into the event, but there's plenty of space here. And I think, the Henry Girls, Johnny Gallagher, the Logues, Mark Egan, they are local musicians. They are the best in their genre, and we should be going to see them when they are playing at home. So yeah. And support them.
The people that you've got coming, they're coming from all over the States?
All over the US, yeah.
And some of them been here before and some
a good few of them have been here before and really just now consider Bundoran the second home. It's great. And then we have lots of new people coming. We had the 3-year hiatus of COVID. So there were a lot of people who had planned to be here last year. Yeah. And we actually had to cancel it at the very last minute because if you remember, Omicron just took a hold. Yeah. So they've been chomping at the bit to get back to Donegal. So they're coming.
Absolutely, and no rest then once you shove Johnny Gallagher out the door on Tuesday night, because you're getting ready then for the Feile and mBan. So this is a brand new festival that's coming in on the back of the new St. Bridget's Day bank holiday, which is happening on the 6th of February, which is the first Monday of February, and that's what it will be going on. But you guys here have decided to capitalise on that, I guess, and honour St. Bridget, I guess. And I suppose you're quite the expert in St. Bridget, so tell us a little bit about who the lady was and I suppose why we're doing this honoration.
Well, first of all, I was so thrilled when a new bank holiday was created in the name of Bridget, because the female in Irish culture is important, and we hadn't really got anything to focus that. Bridget was both a goddess in pre-Christian culture, and then she was Saint Bridget, one of the early Irish saints and one of the 3 patron saints. Now, as a historical figure, Bridget is hard to pin down. We don't have a lot of evidence about her, but there's loads of folklore and there's lots of practices that everybody from Ireland knows about, whether it's making the crosses or leaving out the brath breach. So it's really an important part of Irish culture. And then for those people that are kind of new to it, everybody recognises the mythical and the goddess. So there's loads of ways of celebrating that in art, in literature, in music. in women's lives. So we thought this is the perfect opportunity. Bundoran is well known for its stances on equality, and we have loads of brilliant women in this area who sing, who perform, who write, who read, who act, who are in business. So we just wanted to really celebrate that and invite men and women from all around the country to come here and just really make the most of a weekend that celebrated the female and the feminine.
Great. So a celebration of women in Bundoran from the 3rd to the 6th of February. And I know that the team behind it have been putting an awful lot of work into it. And it's not just like a gig here or there. There is so much happening across the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, we had great fun even putting this together, because we did a shout out to all of the local women who are running businesses and involved in arts and culture. And we said, let's get something together. And it just grew like an octopus in several directions. So there is plenty for people to do. If they decide to come here for the weekend, there's a jam-packed schedule, and if you don't like one thing, there will be something else. There's arts, there are talks in history, in music, there's boot camps, there's surf lessons, there's sea swimming, and there are great gigs in lots of the different pubs, from jazz to blues. And then on Friday we have headlining the event. We are delighted to have Susan O'Neill, who is probably one of our most exciting Irish singer-songwriters at the moment.
Fantastic. And I think, if I remember correctly from looking at the list, you can learn how to make a St. Bridget's cross.
You certainly can. We have Edel McBride coming in to do a knitting workshop. Anybody who knows about Edel, she is top of the game when it comes to knitting. We have a macrame session happening down in Boys and Girls. So there's lots of craft. We have Maura Lowe coming in on Sunday to do a special focus on the feminine in drama and the arts. Marion Rose is coming in to talk to us about the feminine and witchcraft and folklore. So, you know, all the aspects are covered in very interesting way with very interesting speakers. There's lots to do and lots to get involved in. And many of these events are free.
Fantastic. All of the details will be either on social media or will be on social media by the time this goes out, and also on the website,
which is feilenaman.ie.
And I will leave a link to that in the show notes for the podcast as well, so you can just click straight to that. So just to remind you that is happening on the 3rd to the 6th of February. It is the brand new bank holiday weekend as well, because the government decided we need something between Christmas and St. Patrick's, so that it's a nice little break in the middle of the winter as well. And even if you're just going to come down for one or two things that are happening that weekend, it's still certainly there will be plenty happening in Bundoran across the weekend.
There will be loads to do indoors and outdoors. As I said, most of it is free. It's a good time to get away, and there will be lots happening for people to enjoy.
Brilliant. Well, listen, best of luck with it, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
The Bundoran Weekly.
Thanks, Niamh. Good luck with the two events. We will leave the information and the website details in the show notes for this particular podcast, episode 216. Right, let's move across the street now to the Bundoran Community Centre, and there for us is Teresa O'Neill in the Community Corner.
Thanks, Shane. We have a new makeup and beauty course starting on Tuesday the 31st of January at 7pm till 9pm. This course is for 8 weeks and is part funded by the ETB. For more information or to book a place, contact bundorancommunitycentre@gmail.com. The youth hangout is here in the Rugby Suite every Wednesday at 4:15 to 5:45. If you are 12 to 17 years and would like to play pool, board games or a safe place to meet new people, come along. Karate for adults and children in the Rugby Suite every Tuesday at 5:30 to 6:30. For more information or to book, please contact Chris on 08777 64625. Do you know we have a baby and toddler group here in the centre that's on every Friday at 2pm to 3:30. If you would like to join or for more information, please contact the Bundoran Community Centre on 071 98 29 675. We have a seafront strollers group that is for people who are new to walking and just want to take their time and stroll around the promenade. This group is great to get out for fresh air, meet new people and have a chat and a cuppa afterwards. It's every Tuesday at 12pm. Irish dancing is in the centre on Fridays from 4 to 5. All boys and girls aged 3 and up are welcome. This is in the Rogie Suite. If you would like to book a place, contact Lauren on 086 124 2015.
Thanks, Teresa. That's going to do it for our podcast for this week. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your comments and your feedback. We love to hear it at podcast@bundoranweekly.com by email. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter at Bundoran Weekly. If you don't know where to find us by now, we are available wherever you're listening right now, or indeed you can stream and download all episodes on demand at bundoranweekly.com, and you can also find us on YouTube. Don't forget, if you're in Bundoran and taking some nice photographs, do stick them up on your Instagram and tag us at hashtag Discover Bundoran, or indeed use our account tag, which is at Discover Bundoran. And if you're posting some stories, then don't forget you can search for Bundoran in Giphies, and you can find some nice little animated Giphies there to help to brighten up your story. That is going to do it. We will talk to you again next weekend. And by the way, next weekend we're at the Holiday World exhibition in Dublin, and that is Friday, Saturday and Sunday of next weekend. So do join us if you're coming in to the Holiday World show at the RDS. Then we'll be there, so do call over and say hello. Alright, enough from me. We'll talk to you again next Friday. Take care, have a good one. Bye bye.
The Bundoran Weekly is a production of Discover Bundoran.
The Bundoran Weekly is brought to you by AIB, supporting local businesses in Bundoran. For more, see aib.ie.